Hi guys, it's Laura from Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming, and today is WIPs, Foes, and pick my next WIP. I think we're gonna pick one today. I'm down to 5 WIPs. I still have my corner to corner blanket, and this is in a Zach Stout husband bag. Has little goats on it. Isn't it cute? Okay, it's the same thing. I've maybe done one extra row, and I still have the cape, and because it got so big I had to move it to my Coca-Cola Billy bag, one of a kind, just for me. Ha ha! Billy loves me. Okay. So, those are 2 WIPs. I have my market bag WIP, and this is in an Ella bag with cows on it. And this one is going to go into hibernation until I find out where or which one of these bags that are here and down here and over there that the other skeins of this went into. So there's that. And this is what I have left. And I'm using a yarn from Hobium. It's called Lamia Lollipop. And I love to make market bags out of these. It stretches just right, and it does not break using it as a market bag. So I do have 2 more balls of this, or cake. They're cakes, I think. 2 more cakes of this, but I think Devin stuck them in one of the bags up here because I can't find them. So this is going to go into hibernation until I can find the other 2 that I had. Maybe I'll have him go through all of them just to see if he can find it. But this is going to go into hibernation until I find that. Alright, so I'm going to put that right there. Okay. I did that. Okay, so on April 13th, the yarn that you guys picked was here we go. It was in the small deflock bag, and you guys picked there were 5 skeins of this. I've used one. I'm on the second one, and I have this. Well, what I'm doing is I got a stitch from Fiber Spider. It's called the Cabbage Patch Stitch, and I am making a scarf out of it. And boy, it's really hairy, and I at first thought that that was cat hair until I realized I was working with Angora. So this is what it's looking like. Of course, I have to block it. And I have 1 and maybe an 1/8 of a ball, or a, what do you call those? I got an itch. Well, whatever. I got about 1 and an 1/8 balls done. And I have 3 more after this one. I had started by putting this with it, but the silver part really overpowered the yellow. So I'm not quite sure how I'm going to fit this in. I got probably about 4 rows in, and I didn't like the way it was looking with both of these held together. So I ripped it all out, I balled this back up, and I might have to find something different to do with this, because the silver in here really, really outpowers the yellow. So I'm not quite sure what I'm doing with this one. Okay, so this is number 3 WIP, because I'm still working on this one. I guess, I don't know what that is. All right. So I'm going to stick this back in here, and I'm using one of my bolts bags because it's easier just to carry around. Oh, and I'm using an eye hook, a 5.5. So I'm carrying this in one of my bolts bags. So whenever I take Devil to guitar lessons, I can just pick up this one and it's smaller, and I don't have to have all of the extra pieces with me. And I keep the extra pieces in the bag. So maybe you guys can help me figure out how I can add this, that sparkle yarn to it, or something different for it, because it did not look good at all on this. So I will leave a pattern to the tutorial after I upload the video. Well, if it gets uploaded, I will leave a link to Fiber Spider for the tutorial that I'm using for this scarf. Okay, now you guys remember me opening my April sock club from Southern Skeins? Well, yeah, I couldn't wait for you guys to pick anything, so I started it ahead. And I am using the pattern that came with it. It was a crochet pattern, but I made a mistake. So it's really hard to see the pattern, but I will put a link to the pattern for this. It is a paid-for pattern, and it is in Ravelry. But I will put a link to it, and I'll show you what I did wrong. So I got to the tail, working on the last section, or the decrease section, and I just happened to fold it in half and realized that my stitches did not line up. Now, normally that wouldn't bother me, but for the border, they have to line up. So when I counted, I did 2 extra rows on this part. So I'm here, and I'm going to have to rip out to right here. So I'm going to have to rip out all of this right here, and then start this part where these 2 are. And then I'll have it done. It's a very quick pattern. It's easy pattern. You just have to remember. Here, I'll show you. Here's the middle right here, and you can see where this one right here is longer. One is up here and one is up there. So I just have to rip out about a quarter of it so far, and then do it or redo it. And then I have this one, the yellow that was with it, to do the trim or the edging. I have that all ready to go to do that. So I couldn't wait for you guys to pick that, so I went ahead and I'm working on it early. And here's the rest of it in here. And the yarn is from Southern Skeins, and it came from their April club. The big skein was called, or Hank was called Easter Eggs, and the small one was Sunshine. So I should be finished with that fairly soon, next month for sure. Well, considering tomorrow was next month. All right, and this one is in another bolts bag, my pig bolt bag, and I'm using a H hook with this. Alrighty, so that one goes down there with my WIPs. Now my finished objects. I have 3. That's right, 3. I worked my tail off. Okay, so on March 25th, you guys picked the frog bag, and it had 15 votes, and that was the winner. I tried lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of different things with it. I tried a hat, a crochet hat, and I didn't have enough yarn to finish that, so I stopped that. I tried knitting a kid shawl, but it ended up being a baby shawl, and I was like, well, babies, it would probably be easier to wear a poncho. So I pulled that out, and I started making a baby blanket, and I didn't like any of that. So I made something for me. I very rarely make something for me, but with this, I did make something for me. Now, I will warn you, you need your sunglasses on for this. So get your sunglasses. Oh crap, oh, here's mine. Here's a pair of mine. I have like 3. Okay. Okay, you guys got your sunglasses on? I have mine on. Oh, it's really dark in here. Okay, so do you guys remember what yarn I used, considering I just told you to get the sunglasses? All right, well, let's see if you guys remember this yarn. Okay, it started with neon green, and then it went to neon pink, and this is what I started making the knit child shawl. And it wasn't enough. Okay, and then it goes to neon orange. That's right. This is the color that I tried to make my the no-name hat from Canadian Crocheter, Debbie. But I didn't have enough yarn because I wanted it kind of loose. Persephone, you're being rude. Thank you. And then we have the neon yellow. Whoo, that hurts the eyeballs. Aren't these colors awesome? The baby blanket that I started to use was one from Krista from the Secret Yarnery. It was going to be one in the round, but I kept getting my numbers off, so I didn't do that. And I can't, okay, I'd have to take these glasses off because I can't read. I can't remember what pattern that I have or used for this, but it was one by All Free Crochet, and I think it was called like an Easy Baby Blanket or One Skein Baby Blanket. I used 4, but we had puff stitches at the beginning, and then she kind of lets you go and go, and I was assuming that towards the end we would kind of want it to match, so I just did V-stitches all the way. Actually, I started with the green because I wanted to get the bad color with over. So I have the two rows of the puff stitch or bobble, whichever one. And they pulled kind of tight, so it is a little out of whack. But I made myself a spring or summer, whichever, lap blanket. So there's, it starts with the green, it goes to the pink, to the orange, and then to the yellow. And during the winter time, it fits just right to go over, and it goes down to my ankles, and it can come up like this and still fit. And I bought this yarn because I wanted to make something for me. So I finally made something for me. And this will be super bright and cheery this winter, especially this color. Yep. All right, so that is one of the finished objects. And this was, and oh, the yarn that I used was paint box yarn. And I had a lot of different amounts left over from, especially the green and the yellow, because I did the exact same rows with the green and the yellow, but I have a whole bunch of yellow left and hardly any green. So go figure. So paint box yarn, that is, and this is the first time I've ever used it. I only bought these 4. I'm not sure if I'll buy any again. I'm not buying any yarn, except for what comes in my little subscription boxes. I'm not buying any yarn, because I really need to use this stuff up that I have. So that's going into my scrap pile that's right in there that I actually need to start working on because I am running out of room. Okay, for my next finished object on, let's see, April 6th, with 32 votes, you guys picked the dog bag. And this is the dog bag, and it is a Ella No Catchy Name bag. And in it was that lovely green yarn. Here we go. I didn't have to use both of them. So I still have this one left. Didn't even touch this one. And I used I have no clue anything about that yarn except that it's 72% cotton and 28% nylon, and that it's a 5 bulky. Cool wash, tumble dry, gentle low. I used a L or 8mm hook, and I made Persephone a little mat. So here's the mat that I made for her. and it's green. I'm hoping that she doesn't really notice that it's green. It's alright, it's alright. So, here's the green, there's her mat, and I have to wash it first. Why? Well, you know, that's just something that, you know, I actually enjoy washing clothes. Shh, don't tell anybody. I like folding them too. And I even don't mind putting them away. That's a secret for us though. Don't tell anybody. Because otherwise somebody might want me to wash their clothes for them. Alrighty. So that was finished object number 2. Okay guys, my third and final finished object is stuffed in this bag from Joe Totes. I asked her if she would make me this chicken bag, and here is my chicken bag, and it is crammed with this one project. Now, do you guys remember when I opened up that Easter heart attack box and I had all of those little mini skeins? Well, not only did I have those, but I also had some sheepies ones. So, I don't know how many I have left, but I did save an orange one for me though. Uh-oh, the cats are going crazy. But everybody was making Kalicia's Just Feel Festive shawl. So, well, I had to join in. So I made, and this is for my mother-in-law. She is a very teeny tiny lady, so I did not make it very long to fit anybody but her. So, and I did make quite a few mistakes that I didn't notice until I was sewing in the ends. But that's alright. I don't think she'll notice. So I started with the blue, and I could only get 2 lines going back and forth with each one. So I have the blue, the yellow, I mixed some red and white together. So these are all the different colors that I put in. And all the way to there. So it's too small for me, but this is what it looks like. And that is my Just Feel Festive shawl. And it is going to my mother-in-law for Mother's Day. It will probably be late, considering it has to go from Alaska all the way to the East Coast. So those are my finished objects. And now it is time to pick my next WIP. Are you guys ready? Okay. So let me move some of this stuff. And I think we have 8 bags to choose from. They are all hanks of yarn. So, there could be just 1 hank of yarn, or there could be 3 or 4. Devin couldn't remember how many the biggest one had, so it was either 3 or 4. So 1 to 4, excuse me, hanks in each bag. So the first one is, well, it's hooked. There we go. This is a Erin Lane bag, and it is cat yoga. So if you want me to do this one, choose cat yoga. The next one is flowers. So if you want me to do this one, tell me flowers. And this too is an Erin Lane bag. Okay, this is a Billy bag, and if you want me to do this one, tell me rainbow cats. So remember, they all have hanks of yarn. I don't know what kind of hank, but they all have hanks. The next one, balls, and this is an Erin Lane bag. So if you want me to do this one, tell me balls. And remember, I told you I pulled the wrong one. This is the one I should have pulled last time. But here we go. This is de flock. So if you want me to do this one, tell me de flock. Which next? Orange. Here we go. This is a Victoria, no catchy name. Victoria, Alaska Crafty Gal Victoria bag. And Seta and I are twins. She has the same bag that I do. So, if you want me to do orange, tell me orange. Two more. Oh, here we go. This is another Billy bag, and it's I Love My Dog. So, if you want me to do this one, tell me I love my dog. And the last one is another Victoria, Alaska Crafty Gal Victoria bag, and it's the hedgehog bag. So if you want me to do this one, tell me hedgehog. Alrighty, so once again, we have hedgehog, dogs, okay, orange, de flock, balls, rainbow cats. Oh, cats, you're killing me. Flowers and cat yoga. So let me know which one you guys want me to do, and I think whichever one you guys choose, I'm gonna let you guys choose the pattern. So I'll tell you how many yards are in each one, the weight of it, and you guys could go look up different patterns and see which one I like or which ones I like, and then I'll let you guys choose out of the ones that I have narrowed it down to. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.